guess I should actually get started on what I was going to do. We are going to be talking about how coronavirus has affected me personally and how my living environment has changed over the last 5 months, I think it was. That's rough. 5 months, maybe 6, I don't even know. So yeah, that's what the plan is for today, and let me just get the notes up and I'll be right back. Now, first thing we're going to be talking about is something I know everyone has a problem with: the mask. I personally don't care about wearing a mask. The only problem I have with masks is it fogging up my glasses, which just take them off and put them back on and I could see. But a lot of people's, their masks are too thick and they can't breathe well. So what I would recommend for that is don't try and get like anything special. Get like a regular surgical mask. But obviously this is a recommendation thing, it's just how it affected my life. So the mask, I don't really care about. And in March, when school shut down, how did I feel about it then? And to be honest, in the beginning, when it said school was going to be shut down, it was originally going to be shut down for a week or two, I think it was. And I was excited because, first of all, I don't have to go to school. Second of all, I know I'm good with computers and stuff, so I figured I would do good on online school, which I did. I passed, and I still love doing online school, but I do want to go to school and see friends. But yeah, in March when school shut down, in the beginning I didn't care. I was kind of excited, so it was like, yay, free vacation. But then in the middle of March, when school was announced, in like end of March, beginning of May, I think it was, school was meant to be shut down for only a week or two, but they changed it to all year in like beginning of May, middle of May. They kept on extending the time in between each delay of school until eventually they just shut it down entirely, and we had to wait till now to go every other day, and for the first 2 weeks go only Monday for 2 hours. I felt like that was stupid, but whatever, I'm not gonna argue with them, they're the professionals. What place in towns around you has, hold on a sec, are things in the way? Describe how you responded, your family, friends, etc. to the outbreak. So at first with that, we thought it wasn't going to be that big of a deal. We thought they were just shutting down the place to try and like contain the virus a little bit more. And then like in a couple of weeks we'd all be fine. We didn't think of it as that big of a deal until more countries started shutting down and the people started rising, getting it and dying. So at that point we decided, hey, let's actually take this seriously. We put our whole house on lockdown. Me and my brother were barely even allowed to go outside for a while. And it was, we handled it well, I'd say, but like with other people, I see people hanging out that weren't even like brothers and weren't even like family and stuff, and I don't know, it just felt like something that like everyone should have done, even though I saw plenty of people not following quarantine rules. So that was kind of how our family and friends, like my friends, kind of like didn't care about it. They still hung out with their friends and stuff. I was on full lockdown, and we took it very seriously. My friends really didn't. A few of them did. A few of my friends were really on lockdown. not going outside at all, not getting any sunlight. I'd go outside, never, because I play video games. And yeah, it was kind of how our household kind of dealt with it. My sister moved out in June, the beginning of June, which was key Corona time, which was not a good decision, but like she was 20, she had to move out someday, and she decided to do it now more than ever. Because we're rowdy kids, me and my brother. So yeah, our family took it very seriously at that point. Yeah. And my friends, I saw people hanging outside with friends, and I just thought, like, why aren't their parents saying anything, doing anything? Like, come on. Like, what if your child gets it and they don't have any symptoms of it because their immune system's too good, and then let's say your grandma comes over and she gets it, or your mom comes over, or you see your mom and then she gets it. Like, I don't know, just something I was thinking about when I saw people playing outside with friends. And now that, like, it's kind of died down, the struggle has kind of died down. My parents have gotten a little loose with the quarantine rules. I'm allowed to go outside and hang out with friends and stuff. We go to car meetings and stuff because my dad has a car club, and my stepdad has a car club, and yeah, we really just do a lot of stuff now with people that we know. So it's not like we're just, well, we did go to somewhere last night, somewhere really random. We went to the parking lot over by Joanne's up there. You don't even know where I live, so you don't know where I'm pointing. Haha. Please kill me. So yeah, we went there. Like, me and my brother didn't really interact with anybody. We kind of just went with my other brother to Target, and then came back, went back to Target, came back. We didn't really walk around that much. We stayed away from crowds because we're antisocial, and we kind of just messed around, me and my brother, my other brother. So, and I went camping over the summer. That was fun. And yeah, that's really it. We don't really do much exciting stuff during any time of the year, except maybe the summer if we go somewhere special like the Great Escape. That's like really fun time, but I mean, I still make the most of it. I got my gaming system down here on my desk, my monitor, which is technically just a TV that's humongous. Oh my gosh, I just realized how big this was. This TV is literally bigger than the TV my dad's, but that's not the point of this.
About 20, maybe some.
Shut up. I was talking to my computer, not you, Miss Vincent. Yeah, that's really how we react to the pandemic now. And now we're gonna talk about something different. So now we're gonna talk about how I personally think the world is going to change. Now, obviously, we know that wearing masks in stores, in school, in other public buildings is gonna be the new normal. We all know this. It's obvious that it's gonna be like this for a long time, or till November for election year, whichever you think. But we're not gonna get into politics right now. But with this comes the thing of, you know, the riots about BLM and other stuff that's going on. I feel like there's gonna be a lot more riots in the coming months, maybe even weeks, of this still going on, because this has been going on for 6 months, like I said earlier, and that's a long time for just this. Like, it's people, like, the government's trying to make it seem, not getting into politics, but people are gonna think that this isn't just normal. Like, people are going to start rioting that they want to take off their mask in stores, that they can't breathe with the mask on in stores, that they want the old normal back, but this is the new normal. So this is going to be this is like one of the most important moments in human history, other than the Black Plague. But yeah, I feel like there's definitely going to be a lot more riots, including BLM and just coronavirus in general, because like nobody likes this. I don't like it. My family sure doesn't like it. If you like it, you don't. You don't. Unless you're full-on introvert and you do this every day, just stay inside. You do online school every day. You don't like this. So, now being in a global pandemic was something I never thought I'd actually be a part of. Like, I never thought anything this detrimental would happen in my life. And knowing that it has, and that now I'm a part of this is going to go into many history books, many geography books showing how coronavirus has changed the world. This is going to be newsworthy. It is newsworthy. This is going to be history-worthy. People in 100 years are going to be told this story of how coronavirus has infected a lot of people, and it's still rising. The numbers are still rising today. I think we're at like, what, 30 million, maybe? Maybe I'm off with that. I don't know. But the numbers are still rising, and there's no stopping right now. And it's just insane. Now, how this has changed the world we live in, I kind of just already explained that. People are wearing masks all the time. It's a law now in New York State. I don't know about other states around, but in New York State, it is literally a law to wear a mask in a store or public building. And, like, I don't know the punishment if you don't. I think you just get kicked out of the store. But it's literally a law that you have to do it. And people are complaining now. If we go back to the Spanish flu, which killed a lot of people, a lot more people than coronavirus right now, but coronavirus is still going on. Spanish flu went on for, what, 2 years, I think it was? But the Spanish flu, if you didn't wear a mask during the Spanish flu times, you went to jail. You went straight to jail, and you were forced on to have a mask. Look it up. And here, I'll look it up for you. I'll be right back. And so also I looked it up. Spanish flu, you can read that if you want. Common punishments were fines, prison sentences, and having your name printed in the paper. In one horrific incident in San Francisco, a special officer for the Board of Health shot a man who refused to wear a mask, as well as 2 bystanders. Like, literally, they did not care about what your excuse was. You would either get shot, fined, or prison sentence. Now, being your name put in the news wasn't that big of a deal. I mean, I think it might have been back then, because yeah, that was a pretty big deal. Or having your name in the paper, which could send people to your house. But yeah. But back to coronavirus. I feel like they're not that strict on that. Like, if you don't wear a mask now, you get kicked out of the store. Whoa, big whoop. You don't get to go where you wanted to go. Just go back home. If you're in the grocery store, that's a little bit bigger of a deal. But also, like, just follow the law. But just listen. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, in schools, it makes sense to have, like, a mask break, but we're only allowed to have it off for, like, 5 minutes in 2 hours we had. No. And it was, and I didn't take my mask off because, I don't know, I didn't want to. No one has really seen my face in school yet, and I don't know, I think it's funny. But now let's work on we talked about what's happening now. Let's talk about what'll happen in the future. I already talked a little bit about it with the history books and stuff, but how will it affect the world in the future? Let's talk about that. So, the question is, what do you think the long-term impacts will be of this pandemic? Now, none of this is scripted. I don't have a script anywhere. This is directly improvised. Now, with the pandemic, I feel like, again, there's going to be a lot more riots. Obviously, this is going to be a really big thing. Everyone's going to be talking about it. Ooh, booga booga. And, I don't know, I feel like with all of this going on at the moment, in the future, it will, I don't want to sound like I'm from a sci-fi movie or anything, but, like, I'm being serious here. Mutate and be worse. Like, I'm talking, like, 90% death rate of it. Like, literally, like, it will kill a lot more people. Death rate will rise, the infection rate will rise. From, like, let's say it's here, in about 2 years, maybe, it'll be, like, here. Like, I'm talking, like, big spikes in, this. Because, like, with this problem we have, the coronavirus, if we're not taking the proper precautions to full-on exterminate this, it's not gonna go away anytime soon. It could be, we could still be in this state of fear for 10 more years. I hope not, but it's a possibility that we're here for 10 more years, just chilling in fear of getting coronavirus and possibly dying. Especially people with asthma, or people with already low immune systems, like people with cancer. They are at high risk of dying from this, and it's scary. Because, like, imagine you are expected, okay, I know, this is gonna get dark, but imagine you are expected to die of some other disease or virus, and then, or like you have cancer, and now you're in 2, 4, maybe 10 times more fear than you already were, because coronavirus could get you, and you would die months earlier than you were expected to, even a year earlier than you were expected to. Or if you were expected to live, boom, you can die from coronavirus. Like, it's scary for them, and it's scary for us to think about this, because if we go to the coronavirus thing, it's the Johns Hopkins Coronavirus Resource Center. It's gonna tell me the exact confirmed number of people infected with coronavirus and the death toll as well over on this side of the screen. So right now, 31,358,115 confirmed global cases of coronavirus. 6 million of them in the U.S. alone. Almost 7 million of them in the U.S. alone. Now, think about it this way. We are almost at 1 million deaths. That is almost 1 million dead bodies from coronavirus alone. And it could be way more than that, because these are only the confirmed cases. These are actual cases that we don't know about. This isn't like an estimate, like what we're kind of doing with like the global population. This is literal confirmed cases from the CDC, the WHO, and other global health things coming from Johns Hopkins himself. The Johns Hopkins University itself was doing tests in their own university, and they have a lot of people with it that they've confirmed themselves. And it's scary to think about, but also, it originated in China, right? Let's just try and find China. Oh, China's only at 90,000. The US is at 6 million. And China's ground zero for it. So, because our country isn't taking proper safety precautions to stop the spread of the virus, because nobody's listening to our president, your governors, and other people, our spread is detrimental. Because China was able to control it, because all their people know and listen. All the people listen to their leader, their governor, their whoever it is in charge there. I don't know how their government leader system works. I don't know about that. I just don't. But like, it's insane. Like when in the beginning when China had 80,000 cases, where were we at? Probably about like 5, 6, you know. And now, just a couple months later, we are at 6 million cases in our own country. And it's not looking good now, because the rate of survival is going down. Because it's getting more dangerous to older people and younger people and people with lower immune systems and stuff like that. So it's not good at all. Like, it's nothing that I hoped or thought I would ever be a part of. But like, I'm not living in fear because I'm at low risk. But those people that are at high risk, they're fearing for their literal lives, that they don't get it and die. Because think about it, old people, like grandparents, they want to see their grandchildren again. But with this, they can't risk it, so they can't see their grandchildren. It's scary. And just thinking about it is scary, in my opinion. You know? Alright, well, this segment has already taken up 8 minutes of my time because I went on a full-on rant. But, like, it's not good at all. The outcome of this is not looking good. And that's all for my 8-minute and 32-second TED Talk. Alright, so this video is going to be way longer than I expected to, because I wanted each segment to be about 2, 3 minutes, 5 minutes at the max. But I went on a rant for 8 minutes, so it's going to be way longer than I expected. But that's good, because I got a lot more stuff out than I was expecting to. There wasn't a script for this. I didn't want a script. I wanted to speak directly from my heart and from my brain, from what I know and what I feel. And I did that. All of that was scripted. Everything I said was scripted from my own mind and from my own heart. So, with this video, I doubt I'm gonna get a 0. I'm gonna get at least a passing grade, but if I fail, so be it. But right now, I gotta edit this video, and I'm using Adobe for this. If anyone wants to maybe use that. I forgot what the other one was called. There was another one video called something. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. And I guess I'll see you guys never, because I hope to never post on this channel ever again.